Okay, with question 2, you'll notice there's a bit of a problem compared to when you compare it to question 1. Okay, because the first term you've got here is x squared y. Okay, so we've got what we know as a product. Yeah, this is a product of x squared and y. In other words, these two functions are timesing together. Of course, when you differentiate, we've got to think then about the product rule. Okay, because we've got a product of functions here, and we differentiate using the product rule. So what I do with this then, right, before I write differentiate with respect to x, I write over here what the product is. So I write x squared y. And then if you think back to the product rule, then the first term we called u, didn't we? So u is x squared. And the second term we called v, didn't we? So u is that, v is that. And then you've got to differentiate both of these. So you do du dx is 2x, yeah, and then you've got to do dv dx here. Okay, if you remember that. So y then, when you're differentiating this, y becomes 1, but remember you've got to times it by dy dx because it's a y term. So then using the product rule, if you remember the product rule, quite simply it was v du dx plus u dv dx. Okay, so it's this times this, and then this times this. So in this case here, we've got v, which is y, times du dx, which is 2x, plus then u, which is x squared, times dv dx, which is this. So 1 times dy dx is just dy dx. So that is the product rule there, okay, utilized for the product function we've got here of x squared and y, okay. So you should just simply set it up like this. So u is x squared, v is y, and then you've got to do du dx, you've got to do dv dx, and then you imply the product rule. Okay. So then we go back to this. Then we say then, okay, we'll differentiate with respect to x. Okay. Well, I've already differentiated this, haven't I? Because I used the product rule, so I've already got my answer for it here. So I literally just write this down. So y times 2x, well, let's write that as 2xy, okay, and then plus then x squared dy dx. On the right hand side then, 5x becomes 5, plus 2 then, well, that just is a constant, so it just becomes 0. So I've got this. Get all the terms on that don't belong to dy dx onto the other side. So then dy dx will be 5 minus 2xy, take that over and divide. So there's my answer here. So I've got 5 minus 2xy all over x squared.